Woohoo! Aquarius, Mystic GLoLady here. How are you this beautiful day? This is your divinatory reading for November 2015. And for all of you who have liked, shared, subscribed, and commented, thank you. I greatly appreciate it. I enjoy what I do. So if you would like a personal reading, make sure you let me know, because I would love to do it. Now, this is a general reading, and you will hear the readers talk about general readings, and that means that I am going to put your sun sign into the ascendant, and the ascendant is where your time of birth would be placed. Okay, so in your personal chart, your first house is where your ascendant is. So that's why it's a general reading, because just because your sun sign, we're putting it into the first house now, that is a general reading. Your ascendant would be more personal, because those are where your ascendant is. And yes, this is Thomas, and Thomas had to come and say hi. So let me see if I can get him to hang out in his usual spot. Hopefully he will. That's where he usually sits when the table is occupied. Blue usually has it. Blue's my big fat cat. She's my guard cat. She doesn't let anybody in. Alrighty, so as I was saying, listen to your sun sign, ascendant, and your moon sign. Your moon sign will let you know how you will react emotionally this month. So that'll give you a better idea, you know, or not all the pieces, but a good many pieces of your puzzle in order to, okay, I can identify, all right? Because that's what you want to do. It's not the, oh no, it's, okay, I'm going to be open. Let me look at this symbolically to see how it just might relate, okay? So, Aquarius, beneath you this month, the energy that you have to work with, it is the Emperor, okay? The Justice beneath you, okay? So you have choice in which direction you're going, all right? The Justice is beneath you, but just because the Justice is beneath you doesn't mean that you have to be... Justice is beneath you. Make sure justice stays on top. Okay, so be honorable, be honorable. In your first house of self, Aquarius, you know, I know, and you have the Ten of Wands, the oppression. So, okay, beneath you and you, all right, if you are not keeping that justice, you know, the Emperor up on top, you know, being honorable. If you do not keep honorable in November, all right, there might be a holdup. There might be a holdup. You know, I mean, Ten of Wands, the oppression, what's not working, you know, what's going on. Well, you might want to, you know, what's going on? Now, Pisces is in your second house of finances, okay? Pisces is the I believe. Neptune's there too, all right? Neptune is there. It's retrograde. It's going direct on the 19th, all right? It's going to be 7 degrees, you know, retrograde direct. It's staying 7 degrees of Pisces. Now, retrograde, the truth is being revealed. And when it goes direct, chances of illusions and delusions are greater. So do not be blowing money on things that can take you down, okay? Right here, we have the pleasure, the Six of Cups in your second house, all right? Too much money on too much pleasure is not good, all right? There's a holdup. We have to find out what that holdup is with you, all right? So, you know, spirits in, spirits out. What spirit are you putting in you, all right? Because of Pisces and Neptune right in there, you know, illusions and delusions with money. Don't be blowing money, you know, for pleasure, okay? Too much pleasure isn't going to be good. Now, Aries, in the third house of communications, of short distance travel, you have Uranus, the unexpected changes, the transformations, the intuition. You know, are you getting those flashes of intuition, invention? You know, what is that change? All right, Uranus is retrograde. It is retrograde 17 degrees going back to 16 degrees. It's not really moving that much, but it's creating a change and a transformation. Which way are you going with it? Thomas, you're going to have to move. Tom. All right. Thank you. Oh, sometimes they are just like children, and they don't want to listen. Is that part of? You're going to get some interruptions this month, Aquarius, that you aren't going to really like it. Well, the universe, what is it in the universe, in your third house? Okay, what can you do? What kind of change? What kind of change can you bring to the universe? All right, what kind of good example can you be? Taurus, in the fourth house of home. Okay, that's grounded. You know, you're grounded in the fourth house. I have. And you have the Hierophant. All right, what are you doing in your home? You know, where is your home? Are you traveling from your home, or is your home an oasis away from the mad confusion in society? Okay? Use that home as a sacred space. You know, the fourth house, sacred space. The Hierophant. Stay in your home and feel good in your home. Gemini in the fifth house of fun, creativity, sex, children. You have the sun be shining down upon you. And you have the full moon coming up on the 25th in Gemini. So what is not working? Okay, we're having a whole lot of fun. All right, we're having a whole lot of fun. Now that full moon is getting rid of what is not working. So if you're having a whole lot of fun and spending money, having a whole lot of fun, you're not going to be real happy. Okay, you're not going to be real happy with the results. In the sixth house, you have Cancer, and Cancer is that I feel. It's your emotions. It's an emotional. So your health and your work sector, with Cancer in there, you have to pay attention, because outside manifests as illness within. So if you are at a job that you really don't like, well, consider changing it so that you do feel of value. Okay, Ace of Cups, starting to love your work a little bit more, starting to love you a little bit more. You know, as I say, outside manifest as illness within. All right. right? So if we have an emotional pain within, where do we identify it outside? What is not making us happy? So if where you are not, or where you are at in your health and your work, and you are not happy, then there's something wrong. Okay? So it's going to come back and affect you. All right? So be happy. You know, this life is a short life, and we do have afterlife to consider. So what you do in this life, well, what are you going to come back as? Okay, so in your 7th house, I will, the Leo, the roar in relationships. Are you roaring too much in relationships? We have the 3 of Wands, establish strength. So getting that strength out of your relationships, all right, is very important for you. And it seems like you have the support in your relationships. Just don't be that lion that roars because it has a thorn in its paw, okay? If you have a thorn in your paw, find somebody to get it out for you. Okay? And don't be roaring, because you would probably attract more people if you didn't. Okay? I mean, Aquarius, you're always fun-loving. You're that humanitarian side. You know, you love and you are loved. Now, we have Virgo. Virgo in your 8th house. And that's the organize, the analyze, and that's other people's money, death, inheritance, taxes. You have Venus, Mars, and Jupiter. So other people's money. What is the focus on other people's money? Now Jupiter's in there for a year, so multiplying other people's money, you know, coming in will be greater for this next year. Now, Venus and Mars are kissy-kissy until like the 22nd. Mars is at 22 degrees of Virgo. Venus is at 21 degrees of Virgo. On the 9th, Venus moves into Libra, your 9th house, and Mars moves into Libra on the 13th. Okay, so when we're dealing at the beginning of the month with other people's money, you have the ability to multiply other people's money, all right, as it goes into your 9th house. Okay, 9th house, higher learning, long distance travels. What are you going to be using that money for? Now, before we get to the 9th house, we have to finish the 8th house. And you have the Ace of Swords. Okay? New beginnings in communications. The planetary energies are backing you up. So if you have an idea of how you can use other people's money to benefit them and yourself, then have those conversations, because it's there. It's there. It's on. All right, what can you do? What can you create? Okay, Libra, in that 9th house, as we just got done talking about, you have Mercury there. Okay, now Mercury is not going to be hanging around long, because it's been retrograde, and it's going to be bamming. It's at 27 degrees of Libra. On the 3rd, it moves into Scorpio, and the 21st, it will be in Sagittarius. So it's going 9, 10, 11. 9, you know, higher learning, long distance travels. 10, your career. You know, let's talk about your career for a minute or two. You know, a couple of weeks, really. Because 21st, it's going into your hopes, wishes, friends, and associates, your 11th house. So, beginning of the month, you know, are you talking about, you know, that spiritual quest? You know, getting back to spirit. Because what's the oppressing of you? That's what I'm, you know, so far we have an oppression of you. So, you know, where is it? Well, let's find out. Oops. We have the Eight of Swords, the shortened force. Okay, long distance travels. What's the holdup of long distance travels? All right, the higher learning. Is there a spiritual quest that you do need to go on to heal within? All right, it wouldn't hurt. It does not hurt. It's it will make you feel better. Now, in your career house, you have the energy of Scorpio. All right, Scorpio, I desire a career. The sun is shining on it. All right, the sun is shining on your career house. And you also have a new moon. You have a new moon there on the 11th. The sun's going to be there until the 23rd. What are you doing in your career because you have the sun shining on it? You have the Eight of Wands, the swiftness. Okay? Don't be piddling around this month. You have some really, really good energies. You have no time for the poor me's because you have too many things working for you to settle. Okay? Excuse me. I'm getting better with my coughs. Excuse my cayenne, ginger, turmeric, and cinnamon, and honey. Whew. It makes a good drink, though. It's good for you. Good for your blood, good for your blood sugar, good for your health. So, your career, working on it, all right? Get out there, get it done, because it's a good one. Yes, that's Bella. In spite of the interruptions and the things coming, you do have possibilities of good stuff, all right? Just stay out of your way. All right, coming into the 11th house. The 11th house, you have Sagittarius in there. And you also have Saturn, that teacher. Your 11th house, friends, associates, hopes, and wishes. All right, you have the Seven of Swords, the unstable efforts. Okay, now when you're looking at your friends, and you have Saturn, that teacher. Okay, watch your friends. Watch your friends. And not just watch your friends, but are you friends helping or hurting you? All right, be very aware of your surroundings. Okay, now Capricorn in the 12th house. The 12th house of hidden secrets, of enemies, hidden enemies, jails, institutions. Pluto, that's that change, that's that transformation. And it's in your skeleton closet for a while. So how are you using that hidden enemy? Or hidden enemy? Love your enemies. That's how you do it. Okay? Because it doesn't... When... The threefold law, okay? You'll hear me talking about this. Threefold law. One finger, okay? One finger pointed out. All right? How much pointing out do you do? Because that threefold, all right? You have three folded back. There's your trigger. What's pushing your trigger, okay? You have love there, all right? So when you're putting out, whatever you're putting out, you're getting back. So when you're dealing with your enemies, you wish them well, okay? You don't, how can I get revenge? Well, I have found the best way to get revenge is to wish them well. And I say this with experience, because I use it, okay? I wish them well, and I see them paid back, all right? One person is doing 20 years right now, That was when I was in the corporate, in the glow-in-the-dark safety business. And then I had someone when I was designing clothing, and he was a bad boy. And yeah, I don't know how much time he got. I don't know, 15, 10, 15, 20, I don't know. Party monster. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. Look up that movie. The promoter at the Limelight for a fashion show I did up there. Yeah. And those are just two. Those are just two. I mean, I could go on and on and on and tell you exactly, you know, I wish you well, and I've seen them paid back. I have, it's not mine, okay? It's not mine, it's not yours. You know, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. The divine source keeps track of, so I don't have to. Okay? My job is to be good. Our jobs are to be good to others. Be good to others, and we will be rewarded also. Okay? So, love thy enemy as thyself. Alright? Would you wish yourself harm? And that's pretty much what it is called. Okay? Now, yeah, there are some that you might want to get rid of. You know, those, you can tell your friends who are karmic, okay? Because karmic relationships always teach us lessons, all right? And if you have a friend and you are exhausted, you are tired, worn out when you hang out with them, and it's not just because you were out there riding bulls or partying hardy or, you know, I mean, physical energy worn out. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about being with someone, doing nothing, and feeling exhausted when they leave. That's not a friend. That's a psychic vampire who is draining your energy and oppressing you. So, you know, go through, you know, where is the drain? Where is the drain? Let go of the drain, because you got a good month coming. So, stay out of the pity party, okay? Don't spend too much on that pity party. You know, blowing it through alcohol and drugs, that's not the solution. You know, the higher solution is that spiritual quest. Okay? Looking for that outside to put inside of you, put in the good stuff. Put in the good spirits. Okay? Not those spirits that change your personality and take over and kill people and commit crimes. Yeah, that's not good. Okay, so, Aquarius, I will see you, love you, bye.